is started. I finally see it. Welcome back to episode 2 of Scarlet Hollow. Last episode, some weird shit happened in the forest. And then we said, yeah, we're gonna go back to the estate. So we left Stella hanging. Curious. Oh yeah, we need a load. Ready to start it? Ready to start episode 2, guys? Ready? Ready? Mind you, Stella was left all alone and cried after I called her, so something happened. Probably was scared to be alone, now that I think about it. Well, I fucked it up anyways, so let's continue. Would you like to see the recap episode before you start episode 2? You know what? I wonder what the recap's like, but... You know what, for the people that probably didn't watch it, let's do the recap. Long lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of a bus ride with countless late night stops and seedy depots that would have felt unsafe, even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. Funeral of Pearl Ann Scarlet, your cousin's mother, and your aunt, seems like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with the side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. It's Tabitha. We love Tabitha, but she hates us. Unfortunately, due to the current state, I will say it was most definitely our fault. My fault anyways. But yeah, so only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go on around anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. Oh yeah, and then we saw Stella. And yeah. So Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're not gonna go around tooting your own horn, you know I'm gonna do it for you. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Nice. She hunts cryptids. Hey, look at that ugly-ass thing. It shouldn't live, but it does. Single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight, while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion's corpse out of the woods at dawn. Come on, you, whatever your name is. Come on, you, whatever your name is. Grab the flashlight, help me line up a good shot. As the creature in the tree line grows louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. I saved the dog, because You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she managed to wiggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixated on the dark tree over Duke's shoulder. God damn it! Gonna be honest, I don't know how that dude... I don't understand how Duke was able to... I don't understand how that happened. Because that is a long barrel, and that requires also pulling the trigger at the same time. But it happened. Stella, keep an eye on him for us. Make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble. Yeah. I left her. Oh yeah, creepy dude. Welcome home. He looks dead, for being honest here. My grandmother called them ditchlings, and they are a terrible omen, a sight of great suffering and destruction to come. And then I went home. Yeah, I feel like I probably should have stayed with Stella, if being honest here. Tuesday morning awaits. Let's wake up and actually save. Because there's a lot of choices, and I'll probably replay this on my own. Because, as always, this is a visual novel. I'm gonna get one ending. You guys need to get your own ending. I'll explore the other paths on my own time, but if you guys want to do different choices from me, you should get the game. It's a great game. You gaze awakes across the room to the window and the wood beyond. Woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking there right now, just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. Familiar uneasy settles into your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety, wiggling as the events of last night play out in your head. Can't help but remember Duke slumped against a tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. Yeah, that was a horrible sight. You're not sure you'll ever feel okay again after what you've seen, but you can't stay in bed forever. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress. Check on the opossum. Let's check opossum. You open the drawer to check the little opossum you met yesterday. Oh god, he's still here. That's nice. Leaves the little man in peace. Sad to leave the little man in peace. Why would I want to poke her out? Text Stella. It's probably a good idea to check in with your new friend. You can't imagine she's holding up very well. Send pictures of tired cats you found on the internet. I mean... Hey, how you holding up? I want to do that. You might take her when I get back to you. In the meantime, look around the closet. The doll is still there? Great, the doll didn't move during the night. Maybe it isn't haunted after all. Though, after everything you went to yesterday, that's hardly a condolence. Turn to your room. Got the window. Creep towards the window, careful not to be seen by whatever might be lurking in the garden. For a second, you thought you saw movements. You could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Whatever it was, it's gone now. Well, whatever it was, let's just go to the kitchen. Time to start your day. Hello, dogga. Hello, kitty. 4-4 eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. Excuse me, ma'am. May I pet you? Excuse me, ma'am, but I may pop your beautiful fur. Part of you hopes that flattery might win her over, as silly as that may seem. You are, after all, talking to a cat. Really flicks her tail faster. It doesn't look promising. Hey. Oh, hello, Tabitha. Did you know the police called me this morning? You've... You know what? That's fair. You've only been here one day, and you've already had a run-in with the cops. Nothing matters. I'm just going for it. Did the cops say anything about Duke? We were chasing through woods by monster, and you're worried about cops? I had a really rough night. Can you cut me some slack? What can I say? Trouble falls me wherever I go. I don't think joking about a possibility of Duke's death helps this matter in the slightest. But I wonder what I could say. Overall, being a mystic is fun, but like, it's so dreary every time. The cops don't matter. Something is coming in this town. I need people to start listening to me. Dude, you need to chill. It's true. There is weird shit happening in the city. Town, anyways. No, that's an important one. That's also an important one. Dang it. Can I hang out with you today? I'm saying about Duke. We were chased through the woods by monsters, and you're worried about the cops. Monsters in the wood. We need to leave. I had it for real enough. What can I say? Trouble follows me wherever I go. Duke's blood is on my hands. Oh, I don't think she knows about Desk. I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do to help out? You can stare out of trouble while I do my job. Oh, and I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask, and we won't have any more problems. Tablet takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Your cousin huffily exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in the characteristic creak then slam of the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Once again, you are the only human in the estate. Ha! Another tired cat. Hope you're holding up okay. Or as good as you can with all the stuff we saw last night. I was at most of the night on cryptid forums. Not real answers yet. I'm at the library now if you want to join. I have scones. Say no more. Hell no. I'm not gonna diss her. Say no more. After that, time starts your day. Let's make PB&J. Sure, Stella might have set. Oh well. After that, let's just head down. I'll walk to town back Back to town is much less pleasant today than it was yesterday when you didn't yet know that the woods were full of monsters and strange men who knew your name. You stare anxiously into the darkness between the trees, searching for any sign of movement, but the woods are still, at least for now. The autumn-tinged mountains, sprawling for miles in every direction, now feel less like beautiful scenery and more like the walls of a cage. Phone buzzes in your pocket. What do I find at library? She said she was up all night thinking about the video, adding you to a group text. I'm only here because it's quieter than the store, or was, lol. I'm trying to figure out what animal that could be. I don't buy into the harbinger of doom stuff. We know what animals they are. They're ditchlings, and they are harbingers of doom. Sounds like they're having fun. Dang, I need those scones, lol. Well, let's not get out of ourselves. Wait. Can't wait to solve this mystery. Ditchlings aren't real, Stella. Send her a heart emoji. Why? I mean, sure, I could do that. That's so weird. It don't make sense. Thought I told you I'm out. I didn't say that. I think it airs herself, so I'll be there soon. Dang, I need those scones. Can't wait to solve this mystery. Let's be weird and... I don't know, man. I don't know what I should do. Ditchling there aren't real. Well, let's not get out of ourselves. I'll be there soon. Almost back to town. Hello! It's an old person and a dude. You make it to the town in one piece. No creatures jumping out at you, no scary men blocking your path. Sight of other people is comforting, helps you forget that you've witnessed things you've witnessed. As if they happened to someone else. Oh hey, Mike. I don't want to talk. I'm in a bad mood, my guy. We were just talking about you. I stopped by Sylvie's to pick up her new tea blend, and well, you're the biggest thing that comes into town since the coal mine. Folks have been absolutely buzzing about you. You know Stella last night, right? Did something happen out there? She barely even waved when she walked by. Well, let's just say some really good footage is all. Both are probably we just got some really good footage is all. Gee, noisy much, I hardly know. Duke had a hunting accident. You wanted to do a couple times while we were out there, and he had a hunting accident. Oh, whoa, is he okay? No. I'm afraid Duke is no longer with us, Avery. Holy crap, I can't believe it. This is the first I've heard of it. Has anyone told Bo? Yes, he's taking it as well as you can imagine. I'll be going up to check on him today, the poor lad. Can't believe you had to see that, Mike. Tell you what, I'm on break for the next half hour. How about we swing by the diner? When you can fix something with Sylvia's new blend, try to calm your nerves. It's John Lemon Bomb. It's always helped me in bad names. And if you need to talk with him, I'm all yours. Anyways, it's up to you. See you around, Mike. See you, Sylvia. Take care now, Avery. Hey, cow now, Avery. I see you're a private person. I can respect that. You never know when something might respond to hearing the truth of what you encountered last night. I better get back to it myself. I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Please don't hesitate to stop by if I can help be any help. We both know there's something horribly wrong with this place. How are you so calm? How are you so calm? Don't mistake my calm demeanor for complacence. We all have our parts to play in this. I trust that you and Stella have what it takes to get to the bottom of things. I'm so sorry to cut our conversation short, but I've got things that need tending to. Stay safe, Michael, and God bless. Probably have a bit of time before you're needed at the library. The general store's closed, technically. Let's just head straight to the library. You enter the former town hall. What once must have been a stately foyer has since been converted into rows of shelves, meeting rooms, and offices long ago given way to assorted references, collections, and reading areas. Oh, hey, you made it! Settle in with Stella and head over to Stella on your table and settle in. Made it. Glad you can join us. Morning, Mike. You look tired. Oh, yeah. Bed isn't the easiest place to get 8 hours sleep. Started to fall asleep last night, all things considered. Can't say I gotta wink myself. Yeah, same. Anyways, I guess we should get started. Hey there, strangers. Hey there, strangers. And literal stranger. Introduce yourself. Hey, I'm Mike, Tabitha's cousin. I'm in town for the funeral. Oh, I should have known you were Scarlet. You look so much like Vivian. Not that I knew her very well. I was still a little kid when she left. But then Scarlet resemblance, it's strong. I'm Oscar Gutierrez, chief librarian, only librarian. Oscar is amazing. He practically built the library from scratch. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of what the kids around here get to grow up with. They don't know how good they have it. Back when I was in elementary school, all the libraries had was a couple shelves of boring book donated by old people. Y'all are too kind. But speaking of kids, have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I want to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. You know the crowd she hangs around with. They're good kids at heart. I'm sure they're just up at the old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. I went up there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eye peeled. What's the old Maxwell place? It's this great old abandoned spot. We used to hang out there when we were teens. Can't believe I used to be so reckless. The floors were there like Swiss cheese. That's kind of concerning. I should really have a talk with Rosalina when she gets home. Kids are smarter than you think. She can take care of herself. Kids are smarter than you think. She can take care of herself. You might not want to let her run off. You might not want to let her run off like that anymore, though. It's not as safe as it usually is around here. Is that so? Nika's right. There's some weird stuff going on in the woods. Actually, why we came here today. Have you heard of any creatures called ditchlings? They're like a type of cryptid that shows up around places on the brink of disaster. They kind of look like if the Pillberry Doze Boy was a creepypasta. Kanika's mom told us about them last night after seeing some footage we got in the woods. Ditchlings? Doesn't ring a bell. Dang, worth a shot. Okay, if you were, say, trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall our town, where would you start looking? Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try and figure out what sort of disaster the region typically falls prey to. Should I be worried about something? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. Gonna nab some more books. Behave while I'm gone, Gretchen. Oh, you don't have to worry about her, Stella. You're such a good dog, aren't you, Gretchen? Here, have a biscuit, old gal. Gretchen inhales the soft biscuit, drool leaking from her toothless mouth as she swallows it whole. Dang. I'm pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about anything horrible calamity befalling the town. But she's right about the weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on out in the woods. If I were you, I'd keep my loved ones close in the coming days. Man's already dead. Whatever's out there in the woods been brutalizing the local wildlife. Get out while you still can. That just scares him. If I were you, I'd keep my loved ones close in the coming days. I mean, if I were you, I'd keep close in the coming days. I'm gonna try calling Rosaline again. I'm sure she's fine, really. Don't mind Mike. He's been hanging out with Stella too much. Really a smart kid. She knows better than to go around getting into trouble, and we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled. Thanks, Kanika. And Mike, if you see a 13-year-old girl with black braids and glasses, would you let her know that her dad is worried about her? Will do. Oscar anxiously wanders off, phone in hand. Got him, just grabbing a whole mess of local history books. Sal sends a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. All right. It's going to be so much faster with the two of you here to help out. Got our snacks, got our source documents. Let's get the research party started. Reading awaits. Flip through the veins of Scarlet history of the Scarlet Hollow coal mines. Woodsman leader. Appalachian folk monster. Let's do the coal mines. There has to be something wrong with that. Forced into retirement at age 50 due to a war injury from his time in the Indian Wars, exacerbated by his short stint serving as a captain in the Confederacy. Silas Scarlet also loses his elderly two sons to the bloodiest of wars, leaving his third eldest son, Andrew Jackson Scarlet, to take care of the mines. Under his leadership, the mines prosper, undoubtedly in part due to the growth of the railroad industry. Managed to evade the coal union for decades, making them out of the most profitable mines in the country, Andrew Scarlet built the surrounding town into what it is today, with expensive stone buildings, a bustling main street, overseeing it all, the elegant Scarlet estate that was until 1895, the largest and finest feat of architecture in the region. Culminating into the tragic collapse of 1918, it was found that Charles Shaw, the co-manager of the mine, had loosened security measures to increase production during World War I, resulting in a fatal collapse and the death of over 160 men and boys, some as young as 10. The casualties included Andrew Jackson Scarlet's son, Theodore, his brother Enoch V. Scarlet, who had taken over for their aging father during the bustle of the war, managed to pull the mines from the brink of ruin, thereby saving the town. So this is how the family made its fortune, I guess. Silas Everett Scarlet was born in Colin Everest J. Scarlet in 1818. One of the 12 siblings, he grew up in the eastern North Carolina during the tumultuous times in the state's history, and not much is known about his life before he joined the army in 1836. He quickly rose through the ranks, in part due to his father's connections, but also due to the particular ruthlessness for which he received the nickname Bloody Silas Scarlet. The federal government granted the new Captain Silas a tract of bounty lands in exchange for his service in the Indian War, and he settled into the hills of North Carolina in 1841. That land would become Scarlet Hollow. But it started at a simple log cabin built by Silla's own two hands, occupied by his family of 10. Silla had wife Mary Joseph Scarlet and their 8 children. Logging business brought many workers and fellow landowners to the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered rich seams of coal running underneath the entire region that Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He saved what he could and brought the surrounding hills at a great discount, cleverly hiding what he knew about the land's true value. Thus, he had all the resources to found Scarlet Hollow, and now famous coal mine. You're finished with this one. I guess Appalachian folk monsters. Few entries catch your eyes. Small creature with long tail and wide yellow eyes. Oh, that actually makes sense, not gonna lie. Often linked to chicory legends, some cite the Wampus cat as originating with the story of a woman who sought vengeance against a monstrous cat demon from driving her husband mad. She hunted it down by wearing a bobcat mask, tricking it into using its own vile magic on itself, freeing the people of this region from its evil. Others say the creature comes from the story of a woman who wore the pelt of a wild cat to witness forbidden hunting rites. The hunters of her village gathered to perform the rites, and she watched in secret from underneath the cat's pelt, but was soon discovered. For her indiscretion, she was fused with the pelt and transferred into a creature that was neither human nor cat, forced to wander the wilderness alone, feared by all. Her call are those of great sadness and serve as a warning to anyone who dares goes against tradition. Let's do this one. Tommy Knockers. Tommy knockers originated in Cornish mythology, spreading to the United States when Cornish immigrants began working in the Appalachian mines. They're named for the knocking that can be heard from seemingly within the walls before cave-in. According to some, the knocking serves as a benevolent warning. Others believe that the creature takes stolen hammers to the supports of mines and collapse them on whoever is unfortunate enough to still be inside. They are traditionally, though, to be impish, leprechaun-like beings, but some claim they are the spirit of dead miners, forever cursed to haunt their final resting place. Talipo, a small creature with a long tail and wide yellow eyes. There was a hunter who lived in a tiny cabin in the middle of the woods, all alone with his hunting dog. One night, after a particularly bad week of hunting, both their stomachs empty, the hunter spies something out of the corner of his eye. Some small creature has gotten into the cabin through a hole, and before he could even figure out what it was, he drew his gun and fired at the thing, his hunting guiding his actions. But it was quick and ran back through its hidey hole and out of sight, leaving only its long black tail, shot off by the hunter's rifle. Guess that'll have to do, he said to the dog, and threw the tail in the pot to cook a soup. He and the dog ate well that night. The tail filled them both. The hunter crawled into bed, satisfied, and his dog curled up at his feet. He woke up at the sound of a long nail scraping across wood. His dog was nowhere in sight, only a rumpled spot of the covers where he'd been, and in the gloom, he saw two big yellow eyes staring right at him. That's creepy. I want my Talipo. A high, hoarse voice. I want my Talipo. A high, hoarse voice croaked from the darkness. I'm sorry, I couldn't do that. Go away, he screamed at the thing. Oh my god, I think I just fucking realized this. Holy shit. I didn't expect a fucking reference for that fucking series. That series is great. Crazy. When it stepped close to him, still shrouded in darkness, the sounds of long claws dragging across hard wood accompanied its movement. I want my Talipo, the creature growled again. I'll get my dog after you, the hunter squeaked, his voice catching in his throat with fear, but there was no dog to be seen. It's my Talipo. Before the hunter could so much scream, the creature leapt from the darkness, long claws stretched out towards the hunter. No one is sure what the creature did to him that night, but the next morning, all that remains of the haunted hunter, his dog, and his cabin was a chimney standing alone in the woods. You're done here. Well, that was nothing. Well, that was nothing. I think I'm all done. Let's check in. Alright, if we're going with what Kanika's mom told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disaster of what brought the ditchlings here. But not nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history with those. What about y'all? Find anything? Cat. Before you can respond, handsome black cat leaps onto the table. Stella quickly slams her book shut. Hey, Pixie. You might want to close your book. He loves to rip up any of that. Don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treat. Pixel immediately goes to town on Stella's treat. Sorry if Pixel's bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. Can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything other that isn't him. Leave Pixie be. Gotta leave Pixie be. It curls up on the table, fast asleep. Alright, I'd better get back to shelving. Let me know if y'all need anything. You know what? Do you think there's a cult here? What was that you were saying about nuclear incidents? So what was that you were talking about nuclear incidents? You were talking about the gold Boro thing, right? Yeah, apparently in the 60s, a B-52 carried a live warhead, broke midair, and dropped a couple... Oh yeah, that has happened a lot over... That's happened a lot. Yeah, just drop a few nuclear bombs. They don't explode usually, hopefully. Fascinating bit of history there. The first of the 2 bombs landed upright after a parachute got caught in a tree. Thankfully, it didn't go off. At the time, the government claimed that the bombs were unarmed, but it later came out that the only thing preventing the detonation was a single electric switch which failed to trigger on the descent. And 60 years later, the second bomb still hasn't been recovered. Right, it's conventionally exploding, disintegrated. It's conventional explosive disintegrated in midair, but most of the nuclear material was made unrecoverable by flooding. If I remember correctly, they just buried it and sealed it up. Bomb is somewhere else. Why would there be so many ditch lands here? Oh god, we're screwed. I don't think this is boom is part of our skill set. Absolutely not. Also, Goldman is also 400 miles from here. I think we're good. Just saying, you never know with ration. We actually know quite a bit. It just melts you. It doesn't make monsters, and a 60-year-old bomb isn't going to explode in its own hundreds of miles away from and kills her. You never know. There could always be a whole underground society of bomb-worshipping mutants just waiting to blow it up. I've missed that. Do you think there's a cult here? The alien quickly whispered to Sal and Cannon. Do you guys think there's, like, a cult here? Cops were awfully suspicious. Maybe the Ditchlings were actually nudists. Maybe the Ditchlings were, like, summoned. A lot of folk here feel tense and closed off. I'm not going to immediately assume that everyone is bad, because that does not do well. I'm also not going to blame the fucking cops, but at the same time, it does seem like they weren't necessarily interested in recovering it. Maybe the Ditchlings were, like, summoned. Summoned as a part of ritual or something like that. I'd assume the spiral we found was some sort of nest made by the Ditchlings, but yeah, maybe we had cause and effect backwards. I'm writing it down. Much more likely that the thing was its nest than it was some sort of magical ritual site. It could also still be a place where cultists gather. It's a bunch of dead animals that look fucked up. Vein of Scarlet. So about the coal mines here. Cold Switch is thinking about being in a place like that. I feel for the guys who work up there. I could never. Speak for yourself. I love a good crevice. What happened after the mines collapsed? The book just kind of glossed over that. There was union for a little bit, but it didn't last. There's not a whole lot written about the past century here. Yeah, the Scarlet Hollows mine isn't exactly the most ethically run business. No offense or anything. I'm sure Tabby runs mine better than Charles Shawn did. But still, still hasn't let the unions in, though. There's a reason she and I don't talk. You guys really have a bone to pick with Charles Shaw. That's what happens when someone directly causes a monumental disaster, especially in a small town like this. People tend to spite when they hear your name. He got run over. He got run out of town on a rail, you know. That's not a fair of street. Back then, they actually tied you to a rail and ran you out of town. There's a big mural of it over on the far wall. Got off easy, if you ask me. Not sure how they're tied in, but the mines seem important. The whole town is built around them. Maybe the Ditchlings are here to foretell another collapse. I mean, it's not a bad guess, especially with what we know of them. Yeesh, that's morbid. Besides, it was all Charles Shawn's fault. The labor market is way more strict now. that doesn't prevent coal mines from collapsing. They still do. They still very much do, even with all the precautions that are in nowadays. Get away with that kind of safety cutbacks he pulled, writing it down on the list of potential disasters. You all don't actually think the mine is about to collapse, right? No, I don't think so. Phew, had me worried there for a second. I had to give Tabitha any credit, but the mines is safer now than it was back then. Still, what a horrible thought. You never know. I'm gonna ask him, because it seems fair to ask him something. Any luck with Rosalina? Not yet. I know teens would be a handful, but I didn't think it'd happen overnight. Probably head out once you're all done and check her usual haunt. Scylla Scarlet. So Scylla Scarlet. This guy in the south. Should have known it wouldn't be pretty. Guess he was a product of different times. Who knows what future generations will think when they look back on us. Seems like a great dude. Looking poltergeist. Town is stuck in the past and built on atrocities. It's already practically collapsed on itself. No offense. Seems like a terrible person, but I don't see what that has to do with bad omens or crit. This guy in the south should have known it wouldn't be pretty. Inquisitions are here for retribution? That seems... Assuming Kenneth's mom is right, they're here on an omen, not because they're going to do something themselves. And I think we know how I feel on that matter. I think Wayne factors in any of this? The mines is the obvious checked thing to look at. What do you all think? The mines is kind of the most obvious answer in this situation. Folk monster, I don't think that has anything to do with it. Do you think Wayne factors in any of this? Just check out the mines. I really don't know what to do. The mines would be the best bet. What do you all think? There's an awful lot of mine-related stuff in mine notes. Maybe that should be our next stop. We can poke around, find out if anyone sees anything weird. Just to clarify, you're saying we go to question some of the miners, right? We are not poking around unprepared in the actual mine, right? Right? Yeah, totally, 100%. I would never. We don't even have a good reason to go down there. Good, let's keep it that way. You know how I feel about mines. I promise, Sneaks. We're just going to question some of the miners. You're gonna go in, aren't you? Oh, look! Oh, hey, look. A reference to the little kid handprints at that road. And if that question gives us a good reason to poke around, say a cool abandoned coal mine that will cross that bridge, we'll come to it. You can cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm not going underground. I'm just messing with you. We'll stick to the surface. Okay, good. All this talk of mines reminds me, though. Really unsettling miner who's been coming around my mom's tea shop lately. His name is Wayne, and there's something wrong with him, like viscerally wrong. No kidding, he stuck up on us last night and called out Mike by name, sent chills down my spine. I don't know if there's anything there's much of a connection, but if we're headed to the miners, we might as well look into them. I mean, could bring Tabitha along, mayhaps. Finally, the opportunity I've been looking for to get to know Tabitha. I don't think she's gonna be super jazzed to see any of us snooping around the mines, let alone bother her while she's trying to run the place. She does get a little grumpy when she's at work. She gets grumpier at work, I'm pretty sure, Snark. Is that girl baseline levels of chatting over diner might be a better way to get to know her. If you're okay eating box mac and cheese, we can sneak around the mines, no problem. I'll make sure to keep my eyes peeled for her. She won't even know we were there. Look at us going out on a caper together. I miss that. I miss it too. I mean, sure, it's not under the best circumstances, but I've been so wrapped up in running the store, I didn't realize how much I missed being able to hang out with you guys. Though there is something missing. Reese. I really miss that dude. I can't believe how long it's been since we've seen each other. Have you seen him lately? Nope, I've tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realize it was getting so bad. Poor guy. No, we could just pop over and surprise him. He seems excited to meet Mike. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Hell yeah, let's do it. Alright, let's roll out. See ya, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina. Thanks, guys. I'll keep you posted. They really make sure that you can't save anybody. I have several bad feelings about everything. Rest of the town from the unending wilderness. Reese, Stella, I brought some buddies too. Shh, not so loud. He's still sleeping. Can I help you with something? The woman in the doorway turns directly in your eyes. You could practically feel her simmering irritation wash over you. She hates me. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. I'm not gonna wake him up if he's sleeping. He probably needs it. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyways. Oh no, poor Reese. It's just been so long since either of us have gotten a chance to hang out with him. I'm sure he and Mike would get along super well. Went for a light walk, and I've heard great things about the guy. Vivian's kid, Stella. If Reese is this sick, we should be dragging him along on adventures. Yeah, totally lie out my ass. I don't want to endanger the guy. Hi, I'm Mike. Vivian's kid? I know who you are. Thanks for being rude. She avoids looking at you. Speaks makes you feel like you've done something wrong, even though you're pretty sure you've done nothing at all. Reese's mom turned back to the house, sighing. Sorry, I know that was a little rude. You just want to hang out with Reese, and he misses you both you too. She sighs again, as if deciding whether to finish her thought. He's usually feeling his best around mid-afternoon. Why don't you come over tomorrow? We can have some supper, and y'all can hang out for a bit. I don't promise that'll be perky, but I'm sure it'll brighten his spirit to see you two again. I suppose you can come too, Mike. That'd be great. I can bring a side dish. Maybe deviled eggs. Does he still eat those? No, eggs are a little too much for him. They don't settle well. You can't leave the cooking to me. I know what he can handle. Okay, bring soda then. That's not... Okay, yes, fine. You can bring soda. Nothing with caffeine. Ginger ale, preferably. Oh, and leave the dog at home. She might cheer him up if... cheer him up. You know, they have those therapy dogs in hospitals. No dogs. Thanks so much, Dr. Kelly. We'll stop bothering you now. See you later. Dr. Kelly nods in acknowledgement and quickly shuts the door. The sounds of several locks click into place can be heard from within. Wow. She sounds like one of those paranoid ladies that has like 40 locks on the door. I remember she used to be so nice and carefree when we were kids. She always had the best stickers when we had to go to get our shot. Maybe she's just stressed about Reese, or maybe she's just nice to kids. Either way, I guess it's just the three of us. You gonna drive? Yeah, sorry, I don't like the thought of going up there without the van. Cool, I'll take the shortcut then. If you shouldn't take long for me to get there. Don't worry, I won't be offended if you'd rather ride with Kalina. I'm sure you're probably sick of the woods. I'll walk with Stella. We'll meet you there. The woods are calm and serene compared to last night, though you can't help but get the feeling that danger lurks just beyond the trees. Hey, thanks for coming along with Gretchen and me. I mean, I hope I haven't seemed too cold about everything that happened last night. The truth is that I'm barely keeping myself together. I just don't know how to let it out. Duke died out there last night, and I can't stop thinking that it might have been my fault. If only I'd dived for the flashlight. If only I didn't drag you along into the woods. If only I'd listened to you when you wanted to leave. Sorry. Stella pauses, searching for what to say. It's like there's this guilt bullet under my skin, but the only way I can process what happened is by turning off the part of me that feels that. around other people, it's like I think of Duke dying as just a thing that happened. Like, it's just a part of another video. Because if I actually admit to other people that I feel something, then I'd have to admit to myself that what happened is my fault. Or it's not your fault. I don't know how to break this to you, but you didn't hesitate last night. We all might have gotten out there alive. What happened together, but we can move further together. Yeah, let's do that, because I don't know how many... What happened happened, but we can move forward together. And we can question our decision and blame ourselves for what happened until the cows come home, or we can move forward together. Thanks, Mike. You're right. I'd be better at taking my own advice. I'm glad we could talk about this, though. Can't imagine what I'd be like going through something like last night alone. Conversation comes to a dramatic halt with you, Stella, and Gretchen all whirling around to face the source of the sound. Whoa, calm down, girl. It's just a bird. Same probably goes for the two of us. I guess we're all on edge. Let's hurry to the mines. It shouldn't be much further. Kanika casually leans against her van as you and Stella emerges from the woods. Hey! What's up? Y'all have a good walk? Yeah, it was good. I mean, not that you were missing out or anything. You didn't run into any of those creatures, did you? Nope. That makes sense. They're probably nocturnal. I don't know if I should feel relieved or disappointed. But we're all here. What's the plan? Guess we just talk to people. Guess so. Should probably be on lookout duty. I'm a bit of a persona non grat into the mines. I fucking don't know. Tabitha? Yeah, I might have tried sneaking it in to talk to her a time or too many. And Gretchen makes it extremely hard to be sneaky. We're probably less likely to get caught if only one of us is snooping around down there. I take it I'm the one of us you're talking about. Stella's on lookout duty, and only one of us is going in. What's the third person can do? Call dibs. I call dibs. I'd love to do a good sneaking. You're gonna do great. So, the plan. You know those cheesy old rom-coms where somebody wears an earpiece on their first date? Whoa, do you have some kind of surveillance setup in the back of your van that I didn't know about? What? No. Oh, come on! That's a missed opportunity. You should have something like that. I have a pair of earbuds with a really good mic. We can just do a group call. Hands a pair of earbuds. We can feed you questions if you get stuck, and Stella can give you heads up if Tabitha heads your way. Dang, I missed doing this sort of thing with you. You're so thorough. Oh, thanks. I do my best. Guess we should part ways and start the call, yeah? Stella and Kanika break off, leaving you alone at the entrance in the mines. Your phone buzzes. Hey! Can you hear us? Try something. Try saying something. Something. So, chuckle. Turn to the line. Alright, cool. Nothing to do but enter the work sites. Ugh. Pass through the unlocked fence and enter the property of the Scarlet Hollows mines. Hey, there's a smoker, there's another dude, there's 3 more dudes, there's 2 more dudes. I'm in. Alright. Good to know. You're the nearest group of miners. Oh god. They're giving me the look. Probably wouldn't be wise for me to do this. You approach the nearest group of miners. Blonde woman, broad-shouldered man, and an old-timer. Their uniforms identify them as Harrison, David, and Zax. Zax? Got a reason to be bothering us? Hey, I'm Tabitha's cousin. Anything weird lately? Hey, I'm Tabitha's cousin. Hey there, I'm Tabitha's cousin. Yeah, we know. Me and Dave were in the diner yesterday when you popped in. How can we help? You cock and chill, just because I'm Tabitha's cousin doesn't mean I'm a snitch. Yeah, alright. See anything weird lately? Miners look you up and down. Weird, how? Like, weird animal sightings? Nope. You been talking to that townie? The one the boss gave a lifetime ban to? Wait, are they talking about me? Are they talking about me? Yeah, she's a Bigfoot YouTuber or something. Her videos are actually pretty good. Yep, that's me, alright. Oh, that's so sweet. But you know, now that I think about it, it's pretty weird. I haven't seen many animals at all lately. Used to be, I'd see all sorts of critters. Now it's mostly birds. This is your first year up here, ain't it? Ain't it? Just not used to the season change and all the animals are hibernating, that's all. I don't know. She's got a point. She's got a point. I've been up here for 5 years now, and I've never been like this before. It's never been like this before. Huh? Maybe it's that global warming then. I think they're calling it climate change now. Weird noise coming from the wood. Any knocking in the mines? Yeah, any knocking in the mines? Can't barely hear nothing when the machines are going down there. He's right. It's loud as shit. It does sound like knocking, though, the way the machines pound through the rock. Not sure if that's what you're thinking. You're not asking about Tommy knockers, are you? Tommy what now? Tommy knockers. They're like an old Welsh myth. Little guys that live in mines knock on the walls before they collapse. Ha! Nothing like that around here. Weird noise coming from the woods? Have you heard any weird noises coming from the woods? Not a peep. We're underground most of the day, though. You know, I heard something unusual the other night, though. Might have been an owl or something, but it didn't sound right. It was an owl. You're just not used to the local wildlife yet. People getting sick? Like, more than usual? Nope, nothing like that. Feel fit as an ox. We have good work conditions in the mine, and our health is wholly looked after. A couple other questions. Ask them about Wayne. I mean, do you know anything about a guy named Wayne? Yeah, we knew him. He was such a cut up. He was such a cut up. Missed that guy. Missed that dude. What happened to him? Uncomfortably glancing at one another. Isn't that the guy you all said was, he's gone. That's all that matters. So I met this guy on the bus. What point does that mean? Oh. So, what do you think of Tabitha? All miner stare at you. As Harrison chews a sandwich slowly. She works hard. She's a good boss. End of story. I mean, all right. I tried. I'm not gonna do it. All right. Actually, that's all. Thanks. Bye. You walk away from the miners. Approach another group of miners. You head over to the next group of miners. Before you can reach the miners, you're struck by an intense feeling. You recognize the hollow terror as the same thing you felt last night when you set eyes on the awful man in the miner's jacket. You shouldn't be up here. It's dangerous. Do you need help? Looks like you're hurt. Protect yourself before worrying over others, Mike. What? How do you know my name? Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask. Figure is gone. Hey, Mike, are you all there? We've just been getting static from you. Wayne just got the jump on me. Whoa, I thought I saw you talking to someone down there. Are you okay? Whatever he is, I don't think he's human. Told me to stay at the estate for the rest of the week. I wonder why. And I'd be safe there. Why would he tell me that? What the hell is that supposed to mean? He must have been threatening you, right? The plot thickens. Whatever it is, I don't think he's human. Just means we're on the right track. I'm not about to back down. Just means we're on the right track. Wayne trying to make me leave just means that we're on the right track. It's not about to break down. Whoa, so brave. Heck yeah, Mike, we got your back. Find Tabitha. You know, approach another group of miners. I'm gonna go down this way. Hey there, can we help you with something? Rodriguez. You know, do you know a man named Wayne? No, not me, Wayne. Wayne? Do you mean Sam Wayne? What are you asking about him? Wait, have you seen him? Saw him just now. He muttered some creepy stuff to me in his beard. I knew it. He probably just got back to camp after whatever he went off to do. Hold on a ticket. Creepy isn't exactly his MO. You know that. You know that, Isaac. How do you know it was Sam Wayne? I don't recall seeing your face around here before. Name on his jacket is just like yours. Name on his jacket, Wayne. Just like yours says Smith. So do all our jackets? So do all our jackets, but if I switch with Isaac, that'll mean that makes me Isaac. No, it's gotta be him. There's no way he's dead. I really think he's running around town creeping on strangers and ignoring his friends and coworkers. Seems more likely to me that somebody took care of him, so to speak, and is running around in his clothes. Okay, this is like the second time where people are referring to him being dead. It's not possible. It's ridiculous. This is messed up. But who would do something like that? I don't know. Why do you ask his girlfriend? Yikes, do you think? No way. Just saying, he wasn't exactly the first fellow to fall for her charms. Lots of heartbreaks in the woman's history. A lot of Jittel's ex-lovers, if you catch my drift. Dang, who are they talking about? Told him not to get involved with her. I told him. Good question. Who was Wayne in with? Who was Wayne? Whoa, now, if you don't know... No, there's no way I'm poking that wasp nest. Forget we said anything. Yeah, I don't want to be on the next chopping block. I'll leave it. Good. You guys feeling out of ordinary lately? Weird how? Weird animal sightings? You see any weird animals? Strange question. What? We don't exactly get out much. What does that have to do with Wayne? Odd noises in the woods? Any odd noises in the woods? Nothing but screech owls. Have people getting sick? Boss looks out for our health. Knocking in the mines. Have you heard any knocking in the mines? I don't think so. Can't hear shit down there. That's all. Thanks for it. Anyone else? What do you guys think of Tabitha? Now, why would you go and ask a question like that? Are you trying to... Did you ever did something? Horrible woman. Now, fellas, let's not go. Fine, gentlemen. Smith is right. She's got a lot of answer for. All right, fellas. I think we better cool it and get back to work before any of us say anything we regret. Probably right. Wow. Should we check in? Just as a heads up, the only group I see out there pretty close to the main office. Might still be worth talking to them, but I don't know if I can give you all that much a warning if Tabitha comes out. Talking to one last group of miners, and don't worry, I'll keep my eye on Tabitha's trailer. Good luck. Going around asking questions, huh? Stella wasn't kidding when she said the miners were dangerously close to Tabitha's office. You take in your surroundings, make note of any shadows you can melt into the first sight of trouble. You don't look like you're from the inspections office. Tell me about Sam Wayne. Oh, he got himself into trouble, didn't he? Why, you see him around? What's that young buck up to? I think he might have been murdered or something going around it. I heard from some of the other folks in camp that he had a nasty spat with his ex. Hey, you mean the boss? As far as I know, that never ended. Oh. Still audibly gasps. Yeah, I figured he'd just ran off to live in the big mansion with his belle. Thought of strapping young man like him with that sour-faced broad always left such a bad taste in my mouth. Oh my god, gross. As if you wouldn't fall on your knees if a woman of Maine showed the slightest bit of interest in you, or any woman at all. Okay, so Wayne and Tabitha were a thing. Fair enough. I suppose that begs the question: did she run him off, or did some jealous son of a bitch outs him? Wait, are you talking about Tabitha? Wait, are you talking about Tabitha? Yep. Dang, I figured that's what they were getting at, but it's weird to hear it out loud. Good, Stella? Yeah, I just had no idea. Strange around here lately? All kinds of weird stuff happen in these hills. What sort of weird do you mean? Weird animal sightings? Any weird animal sightings? Saw a raccoon with a big old tumor last week. Spooked me something awful. That's nature for you, not always pretty. Leave this place, it's not safe. Let's creep them out, because why the hell not? Might as well use Mystic when I get the chance. But it's not safe. Any darker than that, you feel it? Too old to be going anywhere else. Scarlet Hollows where I live. I'll be where I'll die, whether that's sooner or later. You know, maybe I'll cash in a few sick days. head up on my cousin in Asheville just in case. Noises from the woods? Any noises from the woods? All the time. Howling, screaming, all sorts of fiendish crap. Probably ditchling. Portent of doom. A what now? Ditchlands. My grandma. My grandma used to tell me stories about them. Claims she saw one, and that's why she always had such bad luck. I guess it's not just my mom. Knocking in the mines? Have you heard any knocking in the mines? You're asking us if we heard the Tommy knockers? Of course we have. We're old timers. All of us who was here before the machines got brought and know what a Tommy knocker. What a nuisance. Always stealing my hammers. It's true. It's true. Had a big axe stolen too. And when you hear the knocking coming from one of the old tunnels, it was enough to make a man pray. Looks like I figured out what to do with my next video. You better not be thinking of going to those old mine shafts alone. Oh, that's okay. I thought it was one of the old-timer ones. I could always use a partner in crime. I'm gonna wind up going down there with you, aren't I? People getting sick? I mean, some of the old miners, sure, but I wouldn't call that unusual. That's all. It's all for sure. I think it's Tabitha. Two men shifting comfortably. Not the kindliest woman I've ever met. She runs the place all right. Tell it to all the boys she's been laying off lately. Keep going around saying that, and see how long till you're one of them boys. All I have to say is a mines that's doing well doesn't go around laying off its workers for no reason, and I'm not so sure any of us are gonna have jobs in a few years. Tate, you goddamn fool! You're gonna be next if you keep up that kind of talk. So be it. But a man needs to speak his mind sometimes. That's all. Thanks for the help. My pleasure. If that Wayne keeps bothering you, just let us know and we'll whip him into shape. Mike, I think we've got the problem. Tree smarts. By the time Stella finishes her sentence, you've already ducked around a corner and out of sight. It's Tabitha. I could just. Nah. Let's go. Let's head back. Let's just head back. I'll keep that save though, because it seems like that will lead to some more interesting stuff. Moving out of the corner of your eyes, a girl carrying a bundle of stack pops through a hole in the fence and disappeared over the crest of the hill. I think I saw Rosalina. Wait, really? What is she doing here? Clearly she's doing delinquency. Clearly doing a delinquency. I mean, doesn't seem far-fetched. God, I'm gonna lose all these save files. Clear she's doing a delinquency. I mean, yeah, but what kind of delinquency? Only one way to find out. Let's go after her. Leave the mining camp without Tabitha being alerted to your presence. Stealth run. I'm a stealthy boy. Rosalina is nowhere to be found, but dusty footprints point towards the now mine. What? Point towards a nearby mine. Okay. Something's about the mine feels wrong, as though a cold anger lies buried up inside, sucking the life from the surrounding hills. That is the site of a massive grave. She didn't. Guess the old Maxwell plant doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago, after a collapse that killed over 100 people. And here I thought Stella was going to be the one to drag me into an abandoned coal mine. Hey, remember all those bad feelings I got last night? This place feels straight up cursed. This place feels straight up cursed. I mean, like Sandra said, a lot of people died down here. There's a lot of spooky history to this place. For all we know, maybe all that death leaves some kind of mark down there. Okay, just because a bunch of people died in there doesn't mean it's cursed. Come on. I'm not about to let Rosalina get hurt in there, even if it means I have to go underground. Whoa, you sure, Neeks? Mike and I can handle this on our own. Yeah, I'm sure. As much as I hate confined space, I hate the thought that the other people get trapped down there even more. How about I convince you to not join? And also, how about I convince Stella to not bring her dog down there? Because this is going to lead to another death. I get a feeling. And it's going to be a 2-1 where it's Kanika or Rosalina. Or Stella. Who knows? You know what? Call her. Pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? I'm in a meeting. Kid just snuck into the Shaw mines. Figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do things keep happening to me? Ugh, whatever, I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God. don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. I called you out as courtesy, but I'm not going to wait around for you. I called you out of courtesy, but... Ugh, fuck me. I called you out of courtesy, but I'm not going to wait around for you. Swear to God. I'm sorry, but my mind's made up. You hang up the call. Follow can stay in the mine. Take a deep breath and follow your new friends into the mine. Inside the mine is warmer than you'd expect. The air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs much lower than you are tall, forcing you and your companions to hunch over, your legs bent in a painful squat as you began to navigate its maze of court. Hey, you made it. Told you he would. I'm checking behind us to make sure coast was clear. I mean, I'll lie for our safety, but at the same time, I also want to see. This will let me get off with the lie, because Street Smarts just lets me be a natural liar. Just wanted to make a quick call and give Tabitha the 411. Give Tabitha. Are you kidding me? I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get through you. But that woman is not to be trusted. Well, what matters is that the gang's all here. We'll find Rosalina Tonheim. Press on. I'm sorry. I genuinely don't give a fuck about you, lady. She is the fucking manager of the mines. She deserves to know. Don't care that you don't like her. I really don't. The deeper you press into the mines, the heavier the air becomes. Cold dust hangs in the thick clouds around you, even though the place was abandoned over a century ago. Jesus, it's crammed down here. Does anyone else chest feel tight? Yeah, abandoned mines are way more claustrophobic than people expect them to be, and this one's real bad. You know, because the child miners, or should I say the minor miners. Kanika visibly shudders. Okay, I'm not superstitious, but if there's one way to make sure you get haunted into cracking jokes about dead child laborers while walking in their graves, what can I say? I do my best to tempt the spirit wherever I go. I actually snuck down here a few times to try to get some good footage, part of my ghost hunting phase. Jesus, Stella, the thing you do for your viewers, do you find anything? I wish if any place in Scarlet Hollows is actually haunted, it'd be this mine, hands down. But all I got was dust in my lungs and a couple of false alarms. Stella pauses and sounds rushed overheard. Oh my God, what was that? The miner's going to collapse. We're all gonna die here, aren't we? Jesus, Stella highs loosely. That's just how wind sounds down here. Sounds so disappointed. I'm just bringing back memories of my last foray into the depths. Every time I thought I'd finally found a spooky ghost, there wound up being a very unghostly explanation. Like local wildlife, for instance. Alcove. Those guys got me real good last time I was here alone. Oh my God, there are bats down here. I'm gonna go get rabies, aren't I? I'm gonna get rabies and die in a mine collapse. Jesus, get out of here then. You old nupneeks. Yeah, sorry, just a little on edge. Stopped midair by thundering knocking echo from deep in the mines. Okay, what was that? That was... I have no idea what it was. It sounded like knocking to you guys? A hateful and broken presence stirs in the deep. It does not want you here. That was a warning. We have to move fast before something terrible happens. Whoa, you don't think a Tommyknocker, do you? Okay, no, Tommyknockers are not real. They're not allowed to be real. Are you trying to give me a panic attack? Then get the fuck out of the goddamn mine. No one asked you to join. You didn't even want to. I'm poking around down here. Maybe I'd get something to do with the mystery. Three of you are interrupted by a second, much less distinct sound and it can be popped open. Okay, now that wasn't Tommyknocker. It came from this way. Follow me. Further into the mines. Oh hey, you guys shouldn't be here. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageway gives way to a small cavern. A group of teens turn and stare at you with annoyance. What the hell are you doing here? What the hell are you doing here? You creeps? Are you stalking us? Yeah, creeps. Just said that Alex, if I wanted an echo, I'd yell into the Grand Canyon. Something terrible in this place. I want you to be left alone. Get out of here before it leaves a mark on you. Sure, you know what? Scaring the crap out of kids tends to work. So let's scare the crap out of them. But they're also teens, so they're probably dumb. Something terrible in this place. I want you left alone. Get out of here before it leaves a mark on you. Tell your creepy friends to leave us alone, General Store Lady. Rosalina, your dad is worried sick about you. And if you ask me, he was right to worry. Why the hell would you think hanging out in the old mines would be a good idea in a Mackley place not dangerous enough? Because no one usually comes in here. Duh, everyone knows we hang out at the Maxwell place now, so we had to find a new hideout, which you instantly found, so I guess we have to find an even more secluded place where we can just be ourselves. Can't believe your dad sent people to follow you, Rosalina. That's messed up. I think qualifies as harassment. No, it doesn't. You're right, Becky. It is messed up. Messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You know, at least check in so he knows that you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Don't you kids have school tomorrow anyways? It's fall break. And we're not kids. You are very much kids. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where do you even get those? Most of the teens avoid eye contact. The quiet one in the back tries to melt into the cavern wall. Oh no, I know that isn't you, Miles. It had better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even gonna do? Becky's right. Sounds to me like you're stalking and harassing and all of that. You're supposed to be minding the store. It's not like anybody ever comes in on Tuesdays, and Mom's there, so it's fine. Eyes dart uncomfortably around the cavern as Kanika tears into her brother. It's not fine. It's extremely not fine. Why do I always have to be the responsible one? Do you know what I would give to be as carefree as you? I left school so you would have a chance to live your life, and this is what you're doing with it. What would Dad think if he sees this, stealing booze from the family store to dick around in an abandoned mine? Dad's dead, Kanika, but if he were here, he'd be disappointed you wound up being such a bossy jerk. Who cares if we're having canned margaritas somewhere? No one's supposed to bother us. Both of y'all should cool. There's no reason for it. I love to help all sorts of things out, but can we maybe not in an abandoned mode? Do it in not the abandoned coal mine. Oh, what are you, the expert on mine safety? The only abandoned this place because there wasn't enough coal left to bother digging anymore. My dad told me he's an actual foreman at the continuous mining facilities, so he knows what he's talking about. Wait, I thought your dad was a charge hand. No, Alex. He got promoted last month, and he said this place is totally safe, and we can hang out here anytime we want. Correction! Your father was a foreman at the continuous mine facility. We'll see if he ever has a job tomorrow morning. What? Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Tabby. Sighs. It's probably for the best that she's here. No shit. Do none of you understand what a boarded-up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Oh, come on, this place, it was sturdy. Check it out. Teen. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? My God, Zahn, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zahn's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart, too. Bing bong goots. What's up? Bing bong goots. Enough! The damage is already done. Now leave. I'm tired of people in this town dragging my cousins headlong into danger. Hey! Can't believe I actually agreed with Tabitha about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life and would like to see the sun again before I die. Oh, come on, you guys. Maybe it's not a big deal. We used to do dangerous stuff all the time, and I still do dangerous stuff now. I mean, I don't like this particular situation, what with the whole ditchling things, but outside of that, who are we to tell them where they can hang out? I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave, much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban for my mind's not clear enough, Miss Trio? Heck yeah, Tabitha, tear this sad 20-something to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you, and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Running a clickbaity YouTuber channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. So she's sad. So what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is insatiable. Look, we just want to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Tell them about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay out of the house. We've got a hot plate and a couple coats in one of the back rooms. It's actually pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you're gonna do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off of my property, Tabitha. Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has good reason for all this. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks our home is haunted. Oh. Wait, what? I should care because? Because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to you to save face. What a coward. Becky, I don't think you can like say that about other people's families. Isn't that like bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Back up, he says. It's haunted. It's haunted. I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becky's right. I just wish he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it. I'm still a little kid. You are technically still a kid, Rosalina. You're all children, and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. Exactly. Rosalina's not that mature anyways. She still sleeps with her stuffed animal. It doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know. I rest my case. Wait, what did you say about child labor? I'm not gonna weigh in on this. This is between you and your dad. On the two of you should talk about it anyway, anywhere that isn't here. I wonder what I should do. I'm not gonna weigh in on this. This is between you and your dad, and the two of you should talk about this anywhere that isn't here. Couldn't agree more. Yeah, if Rosalina's house is haunted, we should break in and like ghost bust or something. Sounds pretty rad to me. Whatever gets your delinquency out of my mind. Oh my God, Zane, you can't ghost bust if there is no ghosts. And Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure out how to bust it if it's actually real. And if it isn't real, we'll probably solve. No, Rosalina, you could always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your house, please. We have a finished basement with a pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like this? About this thing like this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghosts. I don't care, and I can't believe I wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave these empty mines before someone gets black lung or gets crushed by rocks or meets any one of the many terrible fates people tend to in the abandoned mines. That wasn't me, I swear. So you have a whole list of perfect naturally explanations for scary mine noises? It's Tommy Knockins for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we gotta check it out. Stella. I know, but weird stuff's been happening around here for the past few years. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stake couldn't be higher. Do you have no sense for self-preservation? I want you out of here, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. You can come along, too. If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Nobody is going deeper in the mines. Nobody is staying in the mines. You're all leaving. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. Wait a second. Where'd 3 of you run off to? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. Oh, Kanika, maybe if we weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and, like, I've been zoning out for the whole time we've been here. Oh, they must have squeezed through the child side tunnel. Dang it, I've always wondered where that goes. It's never been able to get these hips through there. Stella, stop sneaking into my mines. Please, I am literally begging you. If only all the tunnels down here were wide enough for adults, we could already be done with this little mess. But no, they just have to be remnants from a bygone era. Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave the mines. Becky's head pops out from the tunnel entrance. We are not out to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mines are safe. I've been here a million times. Yeah, if Becky says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Whatever, come on, you two. You know, I know a cool spot this way. Okay, I think I know where the tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of this fact that I'm doing that. If those idiots got themselves lost and died, I am not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? I mean, it's both the safety of the kids, but also self-preservation for the mines, because I'm sorry to burst your bubble, Kanika. That's the only way you guys are getting any money for this little fucking town. Yeah, do you have a problem with that? The rest of you out of my mines, except for you, Mike. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Yeah, sure. I could never fit in the tunnel anyways. They have crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here has come. Fine, I won't waste my time arguing. There's no way around it. This isn't just those kids. Something is calling out to us from down below. Sure, let's be creepy. We like being creepy, and there's no way it's noted. Let's not linger any longer than we have, shall we? Want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't think I know if it'll be easy to cover grounds without her. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't want to repeat it last night, and who knows if we'll have to do any climbing. See you on the other side, hopefully soon. For sure, we won't be long. Cool, can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Kanika, Miles, and Zane head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teens. Alright, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. As the three of you move deeper into the mines, you can hear echoes of conversation bounce across the walls. But Becky, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was, like, really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? Ugh, we're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't let anybody boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around. Aw, you're that Tabby. Somebody thinks you're cool. I can't believe she used to hang out with nobodies like Stella. Hey! I don't know. I think Stella's kind of cool. Her videos are really neat. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? I mean, not yet, but I'm in the talks with Meat Rice, and I make plenty from ads and donations. I'm filled to be a teen girl. She's cool, Tabitha. Oh man, they're still gossiping about me. Just glad it's not a gossip about me. How does it feel to have teen girls think you're cool, Tabitha? Tabitha. Feel nothing about it. The opinion of children don't interest me. I don't know, you kind of hesitated there. You're reading into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around what people think of you doesn't mean that I care what people think of me. Congratulations on your sponsor, though. Thanks, Stella. Big deal. Really big. Thank you. Thank you. It feels like a really big step for a change. I just wish Becky hadn't said all those things she said tonight. She means it has nothing to... She's just mean. For a public figure, I'm surprised you don't have... Yeah, I don't like her. She's just mean. I don't think it has nothing to do with you, seeing how she treats everyone tonight, except Tabitha. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm surprised you don't have thicker skin about this, Stella. You never struck me as someone who lets other people's opinions bother you. If you did, I wouldn't have tried so hard to keep you off my property. Well, I know you didn't mean it. Agree to disagree. Press on. I don't care about them talking about me. Another knock closer interrupts your thought, followed by another. Is it just me, or is this knocking coming from the same direction as those kids? It's not just you. Okay, the knocking is starting to freak me out. Calm down, Rosalina. It's just the mine sounds. Did you guys see that? No. It was just shadow. There's no reason to freak out. I saw it. Shut up. There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. I wonder if they're Tommy knockers. Can't believe they're making us do this. They better... Tommy knockers. Tommy knockers? Oh, calm down, both of you. Consider yourself, Stella. As soon as they get deeper into the mines, their bravado in the factor of authority would vanish into a puff of smoke. It's probably just rocks falling somewhere deeper in the mines, which is also bad for obvious reasons. I trust Tabitha. She owns these mines. I'm sure she has maps for them. These poor kids. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. Knocking grows more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. Tommy knockers. Tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the echoes of terrified teens. Their panicked arguing bounce down the pitch black corridors. Mystic, the pit radiates rage, a white-hot anger. It hates you. But at the heart of it, you can sense something else. The quiet hum of a dark presence. The heart calls to you, desperate to be a witness. Here we are, the tunnel that crawled through the passage, through the chambers, below. It shouldn't be hard to find them once we get down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Tabitha crawls up the ladder and disappears over the edge. Alright, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down. Follow them down into the pit. Pretty sure this is the way back. Come on. Pretty sure. I thought you'd be down here before. Oh, maybe I didn't go this far in, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I definitely remember the way out. Hurry. I don't want to be down here anymore. I think it was actually this way. Oh, shut up. No one's ever wanted you to come with us anyways. Becky. Good thing they're so damn loud. Sounds like they're really lost. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound oddly distant. There's something in the darkness before you. Oh, I think I see it. I think. I don't like it. Hear it. Walk towards it. You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest. Desperate need to perceive and be perceived. Wrap yourself in the darkness of the pit. Hey you, are you alright, Mike? No. Bear witness. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chambers. You said we wouldn't use this. You said we wouldn't use the shipment. You know it's compromised. We couldn't afford to wait on new wood, Charles. We had to go ahead with it. Oh, shit. It's still sturdy enough. It'll get the job done. Mike, are you alright? I see a bunch of faces. And then you and Tabby just conked out. So, I'm fine now. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourselves while you're still recovering from whatever that was. It's going to get you both some help. Fade back out of consciousness as your companions clamber out of the pit intent on your rescue. Well, this isn't good. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the vision. Your surrounding comes back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Through it, you once again hear the panicked voices of bickering teens echoing down the storm corridors. Becky, you're just getting us more lost. It's this way. If you're so sure, why don't we just leave? I can't believe I let Alex talk me into inviting you in the first place. Becky, I'm just trying to help. I said go. Okay, I will. Alex, you don't have to go with her. You know that, right? Pick a side, Alex. I'm sure Becky knows where we're going. She wouldn't just lie. Sorry, Rosaline. The increasingly desperate voices of the teams are drowned out by the thunder knocking as you can practically feel the ground shaking beneath you. You can almost see the walls vibrate with the intent of the hellish sound. God, that knocking is not helping my head. What the hell just happened? Multiple solid are true to this place. The sins that were committed, the deaths that followed. There's got to be fumes or something down here. It's an old mine. These places are death traps. Probably just hallucinating. How can you be so sure? Look, this kind of thing happens in mines sometimes, especially when there's bad ventilation. Stop being weird. We're leaving. Rosalina appears in the passageway to your left. She's out of breath, and it looks like she's been crying. I'm so sorry I snuck off like that. I just want Alex to think I was cool. The entrance cave shakes with the sound of rockfell. I don't know what the hell is up with that, with this knocking, but that is the sound of mine collapse. Quick, up the ladder, both of you. Wait, Becky and Alex are still down there. You can't just let them. I know which way they were going. They'll listen to you this time, I promise. Do you have a death wish, little girl? This isn't a movie. The best thing we can do to help those girls right now is to not be buried alive ourselves. You reach forward towards Rosalind, I'm sorry, there's something. The mine is collapsing and we can't. Your mine is coming apart. We can't go after them. Rosalind, I'm sorry, but there's nothing we can do about this. There's nothing we can do about this. People who know what they're doing can go back for them after we're all saved. What if they didn't make it? What if this is the only chance we have to help them? They already crossed the bridge. You can cross it too if you want. I don't care. Rosalina hesitates for a moment. So, Becky, this way out. This is the way. If you just follow my voice, you'll be able to make it out. Okay, let's go. Grabs your hand on the two of which you start climbing. I feel the kids are smart enough to be able to escape this way. Come on. It's the kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who spent her entire work life in an area. Oh my. Becky, Alex, can you still hear me? Knocking draw in there. Desperate shouts as the three of you crawl closer to the entrance. I'm so sorry, I left you guys. It's deafening now as someone were trying to break through the walls with fists of iron. Continue towards the entrance. Continue to push forward. Your burning muscles gives way to pure adrenaline. Comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close. I'm so sorry. Push through. Hope the kids don't die. And there it is, freedom. Three of you manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the wall of the mines come crashing down. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Rosalina, are you okay? Your dad's on his way. He should be here any minute. I'm so sorry. We're going back to camp. I'll be back with some men, and they can start digging. I'll call Earl. Truthfully, I kind of trust Tabitha about this. Takes a bit of time, but eventually Tabitha arrives with men and a machine to start digging through the rubble. You, Stella, and Kanika are afforded quiet moments to yourself, and the others get to work. Ditchlands. Do you think Becky and Alex are okay? They were survivors in the last collapse. There were survivors in, at least Rosalina says. I left them down there. Don't say that. You and Tabby didn't pull Rosalina out. When you did, you all might have wound up buried down there. I think you did the right thing. Ditchlings. Something tells me that this was only the beginning of our ditchling problem. Can't imagine how much worse this could get. This is all still a little too magic for me. Just because two bad things have happened doesn't mean there's a pattern, right? Your vision. There was a stone carving on the wall of the pit that showed me what happened to the mines. Carl Shaw was set up. There was a stone carving on the wall of the pit. It gave me some sort of vision. I saw what happened to this place. The Scarlets caused the old collapse. Charles Shaw was set up. No way, dude was a monster. I mean, the Scarlets were monsters too. They still are. What am I saying? I don't believe in visions. Whatever you saw was probably just a slow. I don't think so. I don't know. Neeks, you weren't down there. Mike and Tabby had, like, simultaneous seizures next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. Just because they passed out or had a seizure doesn't mean it wasn't on a suggestion. I'm sorry. Two Scarlets fucking collapsed. That's a pattern. I'm using the mine. I'm pretty sure Tabitha and I saw some ghosts down there. They were right behind you just before you left. Did you not see them? Oh, I didn't see anything other than the two of you in the carving. That's super weird. I don't want to doubt what you experienced, but you were deep in a dark abandoned coal mine. You might have just been primed to see things. You know, now that I think about it, that totally fits the profile for some of the Tommyknocker stories. What if they were actually bona fide ghosts? On Stella. Main chamber, where I saw the carving. Everything that happened down there centered around the main chamber where I saw that carving. Stella showed me a photo. Weird stuff. Maybe you weren't entirely off based about the cult stuff you mentioned earlier today, but this thing felt old. Are you sure those were Tommyknockers? Depends on what you mean by sure. Is anyone really sure of anything? They fit the description pretty well, and I don't know what else they'd be. I have no idea what happened in there. I need to do some reading on Mind Collapse, I guess. Happens now. Rosalind out of there because she stood up for herself. She's okay, Oscar. I made sure of that. She's okay, Oscar. I made sure of that. Thank you, Michael. I just wish I could have kept her from going in there in the first place. If I'd paid just close attention to her, maybe none of this would have happened, and those kids wouldn't be down there. Can't help but feel like it was my responsibility to prevent them. I blew it. Teens are reckless. There's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can do, and the shorter the leash, the worse the relationship. Don't blame yourself for choosing someone else. Don't blame yourself for choices someone else made. As a former reckless teen myself, and as a current reckless adult, yeah, he's right. Guess that's true. I've tried to let Rosalina make her own mistakes and learn from them, but that's for staying up late or going too far of her escape route, not this. You met the kids Rosalina hung out with? Yeah, Rosalina lived here since she was 2, so she basically grew up with them. They're a little older than her, yeah. And yeah, they got into some trouble, but I didn't think they were bad kids or anything. They're always so polite to me, especially that Alex. Gosh, the poor girl. Always acted like a dog someone else had kicked. And now she in there? It's not right. Gonna be okay, Oscar. None of them deserve it. Aren't bad kids, just reckless. They weren't bad kids, just reckless. Yeah. Can't blame them for stuff like this. There's something terrible in that mine. Something terrible in that mine. It was Tommyknockers. Can't believe they're actually real, but I got some audio of the knocking on my phone. They must have been furious that we went down there. This is all my fault. She's been so angry with me. If I'd just been able to prove more stability, she wouldn't be doing things like this, putting herself in danger. Rosalina told us you've been living in the library. I think she was trying to get away from that. Rosalina told you that? Yeah, it's true. But you have to understand, there's something in that house. We believe you, Oscar. Couldn't let it hurt her, and since I don't know how to get rid of it, I set up a back room at the library for us, just until I could figure out how to fix things. I know she hates it, but I thought it would be better for her. Instead, it just drove her away. Staying with friends, not checking in, now this, it's all because of that house. Because of me, because I haven't been able to fix that. I just wish you could understand. I'll put the spirit to rest. You can form a seance tomorrow night. Yeah, we'll do whatever it takes, Oscar. Okay, I'm into. Thanks, you guys. That really means a lot. I should have kept this to myself, but I was too afraid of seeming ridiculous. Oh, Rosalina, no, of course I'm not mad at you. Do you think that maybe they got out? Maybe there's another exit somewhere? It is a mine. There is multiple entranceways. Kids aren't completely dumb. They know self-preservation when they do stupid shit, to an extent. I'm sure they're fine. We're having a team dig up the collapse side to see if they're okay. Shouldn't have pushed so hard. I knew the way out. I should have made them come with me. I just don't want them to be dead. I'm so sorry, Dad. You don't have to be sorry. You're alive and you're safe. We couldn't have gone back for them. We couldn't have gone back to them. We wouldn't have made it out if we went back. We did what we had to. There just wasn't enough time. There just wasn't enough time. I know how hard this is, but sometimes people have to make difficult decisions. It's just not fair. Why me and not them? I know how difficult this is. You can be upset for as long as you need to be, Rose. I think the best thing you can do for your friends right now until we get them out of there is to enjoy a life you have. I know I haven't made that easy for you. I know you've been frustrated with the choices I've made, but I'm going to do what it takes to move us back into our house. We're going to have a good life again, right? Rose, I'm sorry I didn't do this sooner. I'm sorry that's what it took, Dad. On this case. We'll be okay, I promise. I'm going to take her home. I guess I'll see you three of you tomorrow, and thank you, Mike. You have no idea how much I appreciate what you did for Stella. Rosalina. Rosalina, leave. Your cousin's exhausted. Excitingly starts over to you. Alright, Mike. My men are set up to start digging. Let's go home and get some rest. Now, hold on a minute, Miss Scarlet. Mind if we have a quick word with your cousin, miss? In private? Okay, fine. Just make it quick, and don't you dare try to pull anything on him. He did nothing wrong here. Ladies, I'm afraid this means you too. Don't you need to talk to us? We witnessed this too. Oh, sure, but that can wait. We know where to find you. What a coincidence, running into you 2 nights in a row. This is my colleague, Deputy Dirksen. Pleased to meet you, Mike. Apologies for my absence yesterday. It was my special bowling night, you see. A man has to have his me time. But I was briefed on the events of last night, even though we're still not sure of what went on could be considered crime. Duke has been missing since then, though we found neither hierarchy. Could be just one of extra hunting trips. Wouldn't be the first time he's done something like that. I was told the footage showed his supposed body, but we couldn't get the camera working, so no way to confirm until we track him down. Now I understand both these were terrible, unfortunate accidents that had nothing to do with you, but in this area. But as officers of the law, you have to understand that we get a little suspicious when we see the same face multiple times in a row. We have to ask, what exactly were these teenagers turning in a shuttered mine owned by your family, and why were you doing down there with them? If you have to understand where we're coming from, 2 kids, 15, 14, are buried alive down there, and maybe they're dead, and you were on the premises. Whether or not that was merely coincidence remains to be seen, but we've got to do our diligence here. I'll get you the questions, but we also need to talk about the man that's been stalking me. I'll get you your questions, but we also need to talk about the man that's been stalking me. His name is Sam Wayne, and he used to work with the mines here. Seems awfully like a lot of deflection for me, wouldn't you say so, Earl? This is a nice town. People don't go about stalking strangers in these parts. Are you kidding me? Do your jobs. Are you kidding me? Do your jobs. We are doing our jobs, and our jobs right now is to get the answers of what coming here. We saw some teens sneak into an abandoned mine, so we went after them. We were just trying to do the right thing. Very noble of you. Pardon our questions. We're just trying to gather all the fakes you see. Just being thorough, our duty as officers of the law. Well, if there's nothing more you can tell us, suppose we'll let you go about your evening, but we may be in touch. Have a good one. Make your way towards Stella and Kanik. I just can't believe 2 nights in a row. Is it my fault, Neeks? Stella, no, this is just an awful coincidence. It's not your fault. Oh, hey. Guess the cops are done with you. What were they going to talk? Sorry if they give you a hard time. Small-time cops, you know. Always blaming everything on drifters, even acts of God, I guess. Excellent, you didn't get arrested. Now come on, let's get back to the estate. I'd like to see some rest before I have to deal with the fallout of everything that happens tonight. See you tomorrow, okay, Mike? Excuse me, just stop trying to get my cousin killed, Stella. Come on, let's go. I'll text you when we're back. See you guys tomorrow. Well, shit. Try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what might lurk behind the tree lines. Sorry about today. Sorry for Jaws. Am I talking too much, or at least you called? How are you holding up? Poorly, but I'd I'd really rather we didn't get into it. Didn't you two used to be friends? Fuck. I like using the explore options, but the explore options don't help me. Why did you sell like that? Didn't you two used to be friends? Didn't you two used to be friends? It was a different time in my life. I just wish she'd get that we're not in high school anymore. I'm a different person than whoever she thinks she's now. I'm not gonna say anything about Wayne. So you lied about Wayne? That's not only do you know him, but I've heard you are seeing him. What? That's ridiculous. People come up with all kinds of rumors when they're bored. I wouldn't believe a word they say. As if I even had the time to date. Think I'd be dating one of my employees of all people. I am incredibly strict about my boundaries. Street smart. Tabitha's clearly lying to you. Who said that? I want names. Lies begin more lies. Last night you said you didn't know him. Now you're calling him an employee? Which is it? Tabitha, he's been following me. Why? How should I know? I don't know what people have told you, but I'm sure it's all bullshit. I don't involve myself with their lives. Who did this to you? Some of my men? Are you thinking they're just gonna be honest with a random stranger? You're more naive than I thought. Oh, and if you don't want to be followed by some weirdo, just stay home. You and Kansas don't seem to get along. She pushes my buttons. Is there kind of history there, or... No. Now quit talking. I need to focus on the road. You know, I just think she hates my guts. I think I failed so horribly that my own fucking cousin hates my guts. But, I guess do you think Beak and Alex are okay? We won't know for days at the earliest. Their parents should have kept tighter reins on them. I never got in any trouble like this when I was a teen, and I have Pearl Ann to thank for it. Hated it at the time, but the strictness paid off. Oh, what am I telling you this for? Tell me stuff. I'd like to know more about you. You can tell me stuff. I'd like to know more about you. And about Pearl Ann, for that matter. Maybe later this week. I don't have the energy to get into it right now, but I think I'd like that. I think the parents are to blame here. You're right. There are a lot of adults who should have done better jobs tonight. They are kids, is the thing. I don't really think the parents are to blame here. I beg to differ. People who aren't ready to be parents shouldn't be parents, and clearly there are some parents at fault for who aren't ready. Take Oscar. There are tons of people more qualified to be parents who can't even can't even conceive, and here he is having a kids at 19, clearly letting her do just whatever the hell she wants. It's not fair. Do you want kids? It seems like it struck a nerve. Seems like that struck a nerve. Lots of people want kids. I'm doing terrible, by the way, in case you wanted to know. I'm doing terrible, by the way, in case you wanted to know. Yeah, me too. I've got folks on the road, though. Okay. I tried. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's... Oh, what? What is that? I don't know. Once again, crossing the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greets you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, that day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be. I'm sure that it's a precursor to a horrifying, stressful week. I'm going to bed, so I could just do the name. Thanks for calling me about those kids, by the way. It was unexpected. No, you should have waited for me. I'm too tired to argue. See you in the morning. Well, that's day fucking 2. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed. Your head empties of thoughts about after your time in the Shawn mine. You barely even notice the dust. Phone buzzes on the table. Oh, Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditch lanes by the set of the road. I saw them again too. Another picture this time of them staring from the trees. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mines collapse. Well, yeah, I'm sleeping tonight. The adrenaline from evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaust that threatens to overwhelm you. Limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slip down over your eyes, even as you stare down at the ominous picture of your phone. If it weren't for that pit of dread mauling in your stomach, you would have almost felt comfortable as you settle in between the covers. Your tired bones sink to the decrepit mattress. When you close your eyes, the thought drifts to you, terrified and alone, and if not already dead. Back open, you hear pounding on the door, your arm swings open. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Covered by her presence, sets your minds at ease, and you finally slip into a deep slumber. Ooh. Oh god. Oh, Tabitha, what's up? Jesus. This house is fucked. More looks at the mansion being odd and creepy. We love it. There's a basement. Something's gonna rise from the ground, isn't there? Oh, no, it's them. Proceed if you dare. Okay, what were all those achievements? Finish episode 2 with mystical as one of your traits. Stealing your grandma's credit card, and Tommy Knockers just finishing episode 2. All right. Proceed if you dare. Time to save again. I didn't overwrite the first save, did I? I didn't. I'll just overwrite this one, because that's episode 3. Well, that is 2 episodes. We're done with episode 2, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed. I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Tomorrow, probably, sometime in the afternoon, I'll probably record another video of this wonderful game. This game is fun. And I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Goodbye.